right. It's time to do some news on the Brett Davern Show. What's up, producer Katie?
Nestle has issued a recall because their chocolate chips
Tastes like dog food.
What?
Is that where you were going?
That's not what I was going to say. Oh, I know what you're doing.
I was going camping this weekend where I smashed my thumb. Remember? I smashed it. Pulling off onto the dirt road of which to camp, there was a factory off to the right, big industrial looking place out in the middle of nowhere.
Huge
and
place.
The sign on the big front gate said Purina. So I was, oh, dog food.
Oh, yeah.
And
delicious.
then right above it, it said Nestle. It was Nestle Purina. And I thought, okay, even if Nestle owns Purina,
not a great look.
Why? Those two names together.
Not so appetizing.
I'm thinking chocolate chip cookies, not puppy chow.
Well, listen.
I'm thinking about, oh no, that's Nabisco. What's some other Nestle stuff? Chocolate syrup in my hot cocoa or something. Not kibble.
That's not what we want.
Nestle and Purina together? Unless we're making chocolate dog food.
Hold on now.
Perhaps this is a secret Purina government site. That's why I was way out in the desert. Maybe they're perfecting chocolate dog food.
Ooh, lucky doggies.
Lots of people said chocolate isn't good for dogs. The people at Purina want to challenge that or kill all your dogs. Oh, no. Go ahead, Katie. What do you got?
Well, what actually
happened? Wait, hold on. Let me ask you something. No, wait. Let me ask you something. That's how it starts. Let me ask you something. What if there was someone out there that kept a log of every single thing that you did every minute of the day?
I wouldn't like that.
What if?
I wouldn't like that.
What if the Purina people were out there making chocolate dog food in the desert? What if? No, honestly, I think that would be pretty creepy if someone was tracking you all day. Well, guess what? That's exactly what your internet is doing. That's exactly what happens to you every time you go online. Your internet provider is allowed to store logs of every website that you've ever visited, and then they can legally sell that data to anyone because you clicked yes when the terms and conditions came up because no one wants to read 17 pages.
That? Yeah.
So that's why we here at the Brett Davern Show always use ExpressVPN. That's right. It was a live read. You didn't even know. ExpressVPN, everybody. We've been telling you about them for a while. They reroute your internet connection through their secure servers so that your internet provider can't see or log what you're doing online. You can also trick your internet into thinking you're coming from somewhere else. So you can get things on your internet now that you couldn't get before because now you're using the VPN. ExpressVPN internet, and it's way better. We use it around here. You guys need to use it around there. You don't have to take my or ExpressVPN's word for it. ExpressVPN is so confident in their no logs claim, they even had one of the biggest assurance firms, PricewaterhouseCoopers. They do the Oscars.
I heard about them.
Yeah, so you can trust them. They had them audit their technology. And so they even claim, or not claim, but they can certify that you won't be tracked while you're on there. That's exactly why ExpressVPN is rated #1 by CNET, Wired, TechRadar, and countless others. Stop letting people keep logs of what you do online, everybody. Visit expressvpn.com/Brett right now and find out how you, oh no. Okay, well, we've got a problem. I love ExpressVPN. We use it around here, and I think you guys should use it. I want to do the perfect live read for them. But at the end of the live read, it says, read verbatim. Then it cuts off the last sentence. You think it finishes on the back, but it's here. I'm just going to read what's here. How about that?
Okay.
Good enough?
Yep.
Stop letting people keep logs of what you do online. Visit expressvpn.com/Brett right now to find out how you expressvpn.com/Brett to learn more. There's a phrase in there that's it's never coming back. It's just gone. We don't have it. I don't know.
It's just like the chocolate dog food.
But it's time to do the news. And let's scour the internet using ExpressVPN and find out what's going on out there.
Okay, so as I was saying, Nestle has made a recall of some of their pre-made chocolate chip cookie. You know, when they're like in the bars and you like break them into pieces and bake it.
That's the only way to make chocolate chip cookies.
No, you can make them from scratch.
What's that mean?
More work.
From scratch.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Not
chocolate
sure
chip
means.
cookies have wood chips in them.
Oh, the Nestle Tool House?
Tool House.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That's
extra
not
flavor.
Grandma never used to put sawdust in hers.
No, that's not part of the secret.
I don't think so. It would be funny though if you went to your new girlfriend or boyfriend or best friend's house and they were like, "I'm making grandma's chocolate chip cookies," and then they got out like just big pile of sawdust. They're scraping it with the butter knife on top of the measuring cup. You know, just 1 cup of sawdust. Perfect, just as grandma would do it. Thunk.
It really dries out the extra moisture.
Delicious.
Hey,
so filling and satisfying.
Right, extra fiber. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to eat what the termites eat?
It's all the rage in Paris.
Come on, Nestle. You're supposed to be making dog food. What else you got? Oh man, what do you think might be in the dog food?
No, I mean, no, like let's not even, because gross.
Ugh.
Damar Hamlin played his first NFL game since his cardiac arrest last year. Do we think he did good?
Be still my heart. I was so excited when I saw him out there. I thought my heart was going to beat out of my chest.
Oh my God.
Seriously. I thought I was going to just keel over with excitement. Man, I saw him run out there. I got so happy I went unconscious for a few minutes. It's okay. You can joke about it because he's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's going to be out there smashing people in the face and intercepting the ball in no time. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Good. Go get him, Damar. You got a big heart.
He sure does. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited about it. You know, if he was on offense, I'd take him on my fantasy football team, but he plays defense.
You'd take him off your fantasy football team? What do you mean?
I'd take him on. Did I say off?
I may have just
I meant put him on. Let's move on.
On this day in history, Brett, in 1885, Japan issued its first patent.
Wow, Katie. Tell me more.
It was for rust-proof paint.
Oh.
For ships.
Okay.
Just a little history lesson for you.
That's the story?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Okay. Awesome.
I'm just wanted you to know that in 1885.
Oh, it's just on this day in history.
Yeah, it was on this day in history.
Okay, cool. Exactly. And then we could drive our boats on the water.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could before then too. It was just that they would get real rusty.
Well, we didn't. We got a bunch of people that we put down below, and then they did the rowing. It was all sweaty down there and stuff.
Yeah.
This is crazy. You ever seen those old movies? A lot of oars in the water.
Twitter is going to.
I would totally be the guy that's just like totally half-assing it too.
You don't say. No, you wouldn't be.
Well, you got to put your back into a few of them at first, but then once all 125 people start rowing simultaneously, can't you just kind of be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm doing it." Yeah.
You're what's wrong with society if that's how you live your life. I also don't think that's how you live your life.
No, I just
think
believe
what
in
would actually
herd
happen,
immunity.
I think what would actually happen in that scenario is you would put your back into it for the first 3, and then you would realize that this is way too much effing work for you to be doing. And so what you would do is you would organize some sort of like shift rotation that the boss guy never really thought about before. And then you would present it to the boss guy, and then either they would love it or they would hate it. But I think that you're right in saying that you wouldn't necessarily do that physical labor, but you work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
You'd figure out a different way to do it.
I like
But you're
that.
not a slacker. Like, you wouldn't just take advantage and sit there.
I don't know. This is way back in the day. We're only going to live to be like 28.
True.
So I got stuff to do. Can't sit here rowing this boat all day. This is with the punches. Turn it up. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show.
All right, it's time for Who's the A-hole on your Monday morning.
Hey, all.
I got one.
Oh, you have one? Go for it.
I got one from real life.
Oh.
Let's say you were all going camping together. Like, let's just say you wanted to go camping this last weekend, for example. And you want to go camping out in the middle of nowhere because why would you want to camp in the middle of somewhere? That doesn't make any sense.
Way too much light.
You got to go middle of nowhere if you want to camp out by yourself. But the trouble with camping with a group is that everyone leaves at different times. People come from different places and all of that. And you want to meet up together out in the middle of where? Nowhere, except there's no reception out there. So you got to try to plan it before you go. But then if some people get there early, there's no real way of checking on the other people and yada, yada, yada. The way that my parents' generation figured this out was by leaving things along the trail.
Really?
For each other. I remember as a kid, there'd be like a rental house situation with other families or whatever, or a camping trip like this. And I remember one time our family, I think, was driving to meet up with another family, and the other family wrote on like paper plates and like pinned them or like, wedged them into like a street sign that was like, go that way, Daverinos.
Really?
Yeah, and just like helpful things.
Wow.
That is so cool.
This is pre-cell phone, of course.
Yeah.
Right? Nowadays, we try to drop a pin and then say, hey, there it is. There's some GPS. Find your way there, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if one person in the group is the person? So you say it comes down to one person. Hey, do you know where to go? Yeah. Drop a pin. Everyone will be there, right? Okay. So then they send out the location. Now, when that gets texted to people's phones, it can come through in different ways depending on which phone you have. This is the problem with the modern way. The paper plate with the arrow on it never fails. Modern times, somebody used Google Maps, somebody used Apple Maps, somebody sent it through Google Maps to an iPhone that then used Apple Maps, and then the part of the text that had underlined that you could click on, that just led to a random road, not the specific point. Then below that, there were GPS coordinates that then if you copied and pasted and then put into your maps, but then had to delete the front part of it that had the road thing on it, then that would lead you to a different pin. That's what happened is the text got sent and there was a thing you could click on, which would then just take you to your maps thing and open up a pin. Or if you copied and pasted the coordinates, it would take you to then the actual specific pin. So there's two pins and a bunch of people headed out in the middle of nowhere.
Question. Has this person ever been the mom or dad friend? Like the mom friend of the group, the person who keeps stuff together.
No, not really.
No. See,
but they camp and they know what they're doing. Yeah, and they know what they're doing and they camp and they've been out there. This is the point. If you just get the text that has the thing, but then no instructions, people are going to read that differently. So people did read it differently, and we ended up at a place that wasn't supposed to be the place. It ended up being fine. Everybody had a good time, and you're still out in the middle of nowhere, and you still got to camp and do the thing. I smashed my thumb at the wrong place. I smashed my thumb at the wrong place. But who knows? I could have smashed my toe somewhere else. The point is, who's the a-hole? Because people were just like, all right, well, I'm not sure if I knew how to. Okay. But
here's the thing. If there's a clickable hyperlink,
that should go to the right place.
That's what people are going to use.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Okay.
Because you have to copy the hyperlink and then delete the hyperlink in order to get the coordinates.
Yeah. Or just send the thing the way that it's sent, but say, don't click on the one thing, copy and paste the other thing. That'll get you to where you need to go. Also, folks out there, can we start taking screenshots of your own phones? Like when you have the pin up, can't you take a screenshot, zoom out a little bit, maybe take a screenshot and then say, see how it's kind of right in here? If that's not where your pin is, then something's up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That would have fixed it also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who's the a-hole? I mean,
No one really, because everyone had a good time. I don't want to call
Well,
a-holes around.
We figured it
here.
out.
But in the spirit of the game.
The cool uncle.
Okay.
Cool GPS uncle.
Yeah.
Now we know.
All
Now we
right.
know.
Now we know.
The thing is, and I say this with all the love and respect in the world. The thing about this friend of mine is, even with all this, that won't change anything for next time. You're still gonna get the same text,
Yeah.
even with all the like, yeah.
Come on, man.
So now, but it is still gonna be on everyone else to just figure it out next time.
Well, at least now we know how that person sends their information. So
Right.
so we'll all adjust.
That's right.
You guys got to get a mom friend.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
It's Kate. It's Kate.
Yeah.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to split my friend's car ticket when all I did was simply sit in the passenger seat during the car ride and had no control over any of the driving decisions?
No.
Hot take
It's a
right
quick,
off the bat.
quick one.
No more information.
No,
We don't need it.
you are not the a-hole.
You are not the driver. You are not the a-hole.
Unless you were sitting in the passenger seat saying, hey, let's see how fast this baby can go.
Yep.
If you're over there egging it on,
Yep.
then okay, fine.
Yep.
But if you were just simply riding along and the person got a ticket for, I'm assuming speeding, but it could be anything in a car.
This is actually a parking ticket, which
Oh.
is misleading according to like the title of the post.
Mm.
However, I think regardless, the passenger is not responsible.
Well, now again, unless the passenger said, I read the sign and you're cool, bro.
Yeah.
If that happened, then you probably owe me half. But if you didn't do anything,
Mm-hmm.
then why?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Did they
Yeah,
tell
what's the
them they're
story?
good, bro?
I mean, basically, like the friend was like, I'll drive, come to my place. And then the person was like, okay, fine. They went to a concert. They got back to their car and were greeted with a nice and beautiful ticket for the parking in the wrong space. And my friend freaked out in response. After he calmed down, he proceeded to tell me that since I came with him in the car, I was also responsible for part of the ticket.
Mm.
Oof.
Mm. Now, I will say you're not an a-hole, but you're a bad friend. Because the friend should double check the sign.
That's how I feel too.
And I just do it without even being told. I just read it on my own, mentally, without saying anything out loud, go, oh, they're good. Or, I don't know. And then you got to bring it up.
Yeah.
You have to look. You
do-
can't be just a lame duck passenger like that. You got to help out your bud.
Okay.
But you don't know half the ticket. Right?
Yeah.
You could hook your friend up with like beers at the next concert, though. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's
you could do
just
that.
like a, hey, sorry, bro, kind of a thing, you know? Couple Modelo tall boys ought to do the trick.
If your guys' friend though, like afterward was like, well, now you have to pay me half. Would you all of a sudden be like, no, not happening? Like, how do you feel about the fact that he was like, I need
That
half
see,
from you?
yeah, that's a good point. Because
That's not super cool.
yeah, and what do you
not-
say in the moment? Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Well, yeah, but now you're arguing with your friend.
Yeah. It
After
says
the
that they got
concert.
in a huge fight and as a result haven't spoken in days.
Ooh.
Oh, well, then I don't think you guys were meant to last anyway.
Yeah. How about
Carly makes up a good point though, because like, how do you play that scene out? They
Like,
go,
it's
hey
almo-
man, you owe me
yeah.
half. You're like,
Like at first I could be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't believe you got a ticket. And I could be thinking about like, I wonder how much it is. Like, maybe I could afford to pay half. But then it's like, well, you have to give me half.
right.
I'd get a little defensive.
Yeah.
I get a
Yeah.
little defensive.
Also,
that should be my volunteer money, not your forced money.
Right.
Yeah.
the extra ticket for the tinted windows is on you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm not paying for the
Or I
extra
was
one.
going to say the other option, if it is a moving violation, is if the passenger is not using their seatbelt
Sure.
and they like get pulled over because
Oh
the
yeah, that's on
seatbelt-
them.
That's 100%. That
Yeah, that's
passenger
on
has to
them.
pay for that ticket.
Yeah, if the passenger's leaning half out the window, flipping off everybody, and you get pulled over, that's half on them also.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
That's
all
full
on them.
on them.
Yeah, that they got to
That's-
take
yeah.
that one.
That's
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Also, I shouldn't have picked up that Uber ride. What else you got?
Am I the a-hole for telling no, I don't want to do that one. Am I the sorry.
Hard pass.
Am I the a-hole for calling my mom selfish and telling her that it will be her fault when my baby dies?
Okay.
What?
Wow.
How do you type that out? And they're
Let's
like, but hear me out.
Pull back on the drama.
But in a real millennial fashion, they
Sheesh.
put an asterisk in the I in dies because you can't even read the word because it's too triggering.
that That is so funny.
You know how they do that lately, like in
No, I
captions
don't
and
know how they
posts and
do
stuff?
that. What?
Oh yeah.
I like it ironically. Like
yeah.
when it's not even something bad, but they like ask. I'll think of an example.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't
Like
think
you
of one
like
right now.
if somebody is talking about something that is potentially uncomfortable, it could be anything.
Mhm.
But they don't say dies anymore, they say unalived.
No, stop
Mhm.
it. You're
They do.
making that up.
No, they do.
Nope.
They don't like the
What?
word. The word is triggering.
For what?
I know.
Wait, what?
No, this is like a thing on the internet right now.
And there was like, I don't know if it was a thing or if it was a rumor, but people were saying they said that because if you said suicide, it would like the algorithm would like hide your video.
No,
Yeah.
it's called
But I don't think that's really a thing.
DE.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, exactly.
asterisk DE.
Yeah, so that's why it started, right? But then they took that. It was the word suicide, but then they took that and they did it to
You
like
guys
other
can't even
words
say
that
suicide.
are triggering.
You both like did the.
I did. I did.
You
as I was
both
doing
did.
it, I
You
was so
both did
fake.
it.
I was so fake.
You both did it.
I didn't realize I did. Unalived.
I will say dies.
I like
For
to
the
think of it
asterisk out
as.
dies.
Oh, I was gonna go pretty dark. Actually, I'm gonna pull back myself.
Okay.
See?
Wow.
See?
You know, stay tuned for Brett Davern After Dark. I'll tell you what that thought was. I'll let that one go. Join us on Patreon. It gets dark over there, guys. Watch out. This is Dora Jar? No. Random Dora. No, the song is called Jar. Uh-oh. Okay, there's 3 words here. You know how sometimes you can't really tell, like if they put the artist name first or the song name? So these are the 3 words. You guys, this is choose your own adventure. This song is Random Dora Jar. So it's
Dora
either
Jar is the band.
Okay.
And the name of the song is Random.
Dora Jar.
Dora Jar. They're trying to be punny.
Just the door's ajar.
Yeah. That's my guess.
And they're random.
Hodor. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire
Okay, but then
on
that
IW Radio.
brings up a whole different issue, though, where people are saying stuff on the internet that then they don't say out there, like, right? And then
But aren't people
now
doing
there's
that
these.
anyway?
Well, yeah, I know, but it's so confusing because now it's like, which one of you am I getting? And then what part of the internet are you talking about? Are you talking about you on Instagram or are you talking about you on 4chan? Which one is it?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, is it cool? Like, because we were talking. Oh, sorry, we were talking during the break about the unalived thing, and Carly and Katie. We'll introduce Carly at some point. Carly and
She
Katie were
hasn't had
saying.
the official.
No, I know. It's someday we'll introduce her. Anyway, Carly and Katie were saying that they haven't actually heard someone say that in real life, but it is an internet thing
Mm-hmm.
or a texted thing,
Mm-hmm.
which also gets lumped in with the internet thing, but that's not really on the
But
internet.
text communication is different than verbal communication for sure.
Yeah, but also you kind of do what you do in text as you do on the internet
Yeah,
a bit,
that's true.
right? Like,
Yeah.
or at least speak like it or whatever,
Uh-huh.
or type like it, write like it. I don't know. The verbiage is all thrown apart. Anywho, let's move on before I unalive myself.
Female 28.
I did it, right? Oh, sorry. I forgot. There's Carly's. All right, go ahead.
I, female 28, just had my first beautiful baby boy.
Oh, this
28.
is the one.
Yeah.
And she's worried that it won't be alive anymore.
My mom, 61.
Wait, if you say the baby won't be alive, that's kind of harsh. Should you asterisk the I in alive when you're using it to talk about the babies? I just kind of felt bad.
That's what they did though.
No, I'm saying, oh, they did?
That's how
Yeah,
she
for
did it.
dies.
For
She took out the
dies.
I.
No, but what about if I said the baby's not alive anymore? Then the I in alive, you should
Oh.
asterisk. I'm saying
It's
Mm.
triggering
we're going to have
either
to
way.
start asterisks in all these eyes, man.
I
Yeah.
just like that it's a fake censoring. Like I know what that says.
Yeah, totally. My mom, 61, lives overseas and came into town to help with the new baby. The pediatrician was very clear that no one, all caps, should kiss the baby other than my husband and I. The
That's
immune system
as
is
the
too
medical
weak.
field would like it.
The immune system is too weak and God forbid he gets something.
But
Yesterday,
is there something up with the kid, or is this just a normal sort of? Sorry, not
just a normal. As far as I
Hey,
know,
this
it's a
thing
baby.
went fine. It's covered in goo. We wiped it off. Slap it on the butt. Take it home.
That's as far as I know. That's what I think.
Oh, you can kiss that kid all day long.
Yesterday, as I walked into the nursery to find my mom kissing the baby, I was so upset.
Is it
How long has she been doing this behind my
Open mouth
back?
or like tongue or?
Brett, no.
The mom justified it, saying
Well, it
that,
does sound like that's what she's saying,
that
right?
the baby was now 2 weeks
She's
old.
like, I was alarmed. Their grandma was with her
True.
tongue down my son's throat, and him only being 3 days old.
I
thought it was wildly inappropriate.
I took the baby from my mom and called her a selfish cow.
Stop. You added that. No,
Nope,
you added
that's
that
real.
No.
That's real. I told
Yeah.
her that when the baby asterisk eyes from a preventable disease, it will be her fault and hers alone.
Yeah.
I told her she was lucky that I wasn't kicking her out, and the only reason I wasn't is because she had no place else to go.
You know, I'm just gonna say it. When that neurotic kid unalives themselves someday later, I doubt it's grandma's fault. I bet it's your neurotic ass's fault. This generation, I'm not sure was meant to have kids. That's why we're all doomed. Like, you guys can't even cook raw chicken. You're bringing kids into the world?
Yeah.
Sorry, wait. No. You can't even touch raw chicken.
Yeah.
You're bringing kids into this world? Probably stop. Also, you turned out fine and your mom raised you, right?
No kissing the baby for 2 weeks. Is this I don't have children. Is this like a thing?
No, it's not a thing. Maybe what happened was maybe what happened was she saw grandma giving the kid all the things that she never got as a kid.
Yeah. Seems like that makes sense.
Maybe that's what actually happened.
How there is a thing though with germs and babies, and you have to use hand sanitizer before you can hold the baby and stuff like that.
Yeah,
People
was
do
this,
that,
was
right?
it COVID times?
Yeah, I
did they
mean,
say?
you want to
No,
be
it's like recent.
you want to be safe, and yeah, they don't have a strong immune system right away, and you wash your hands when you're coming in and out, and if you're visiting and you got a cold, maybe wear a mask or something. Yeah, be polite and all of that, but your baby is like, ironically, if I saw a picture of that kid's nursery, the crib is probably full of pillows and like a padded liner and stuff.
And it's not
And
supposed to
like
be.
so many more things. I'm just saying there's probably so many more things that are like actually dangerous for that kid rather than getting a sweet peck from grandma on the forehead.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Do you want to really
Can you imagine if a human's immune systems were that weak, we would have never made it.
True.
Yeah.
Does it say like where
We're
grandma's
fine.
from? Because I almost wonder like.
Well, it
like,
said
I
no,
would-
it said lives overseas.
Over, yeah.
Right,
over
so
It
I'm
said
like,
lives
is this,
overseas,
like, an
so-
Italian grandma that you're
Yeah.
like trying to tell her not to kiss the
Come
baby.
on.
Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Also,
you gotta have
if
realistic expectations.
lives overseas is a huge clue. This person has to be looking at this person who lives in America going, you are insane.
Yeah.
What has happened to all of us who live here?
Mhm.
What happened?
Yes.
You guys, it's never been this hard. Stop making it so hard.
It's not this hard.
Your mom raised you. Like, she was fine. Just shut up.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
She is overbearing and does need to know boundaries and needs to understand that all above. I know. I got a mom too. But the kiss on the forehead's going to be just fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Calm down. Unless what Katie was reading was this child was born with yada, yada,
No,
yada, yada,
no,
yada.
that doesn't include it. That in
Okay.
the post. No.
Well, then chill out. And if it is a sweet Italian grandma, you're going to get some sweet brajol out of this thing, you know? So keep it down over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walk into hospital rooms. My friends have kids. I grab that kid. I kiss him. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Show him love right away.
You should.
It's all good. Yeah. Called the mom a fat cow.
Selfish cow.
Woo! Oh, sorry. Selfish cow.
Pretty bad.
Eesh.
Pretty bad.
Yikes. Thanksgiving's going to be fun. Thanks for listening to the show today, everybody. For producer Katie and Carly, who we'll introduce at some point, I'm Brett, reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other. We will see ya tomorrow. Good
Kiss
night,
your baby.
selfish cows. Good night,
Good night, DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show for today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow, live, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, on Adobe Radio.
The recording has stopped.